Surprisingly, welcome back to our second installment of the 920 News Network, or the N20NN as some call us. Here you'll find weekly updates on your church, your community, your continent, and your world. We have a few minor stories before getting to tonight's major story. We are coming to you live at the time of this recording. Our first item on the agenda: hundreds of thousands of Ontario students went back to school this week, virtually that is. Curriculum and content was disseminated through an online learning platform. I'm sure that each student took to this with the utmost amount of enthusiasm and zeal. To our students, I say, let's not forget what the late, great British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher always said, which is, knowing is half the battle. Our second, it's just being brought to my attention that actually wasn't Margaret Thatcher. It was actually G.I. Joes from the mid-1980s TV series, G.I. Joe. My apologies. Our second item on the agenda, we attempted to get an interview with the big man upstairs. You know him. Yahweh, I am. However, in attempting to secure an interview, he said, I have spoken through my son, and referred us to his right-hand man, the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. When we asked the Lord, what would you say to your church and your community in this time? He said, remind them to stay in the Word, to stay in prayer, and to stay in relationship with each other. We said, will do. We are once again having our second co-ed COVID-19 Stick It to Rona Sports Night happening this Tuesday. We're reminding everyone once again between the hours of 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. to send in a picture or video of themselves being physically active. We would also like to remind participants that if you work out outside of those hours, maybe in the morning, to send in a picture or video at any point during the day, and it will be posted specifically between those hours. We had 19 people participate last week, and we're going to round that up to 20. We're going to expect 40 people. We're going to try and double it this week. 40 people in our 920 community showing their physical activityness. We called the Heart and Stroke Foundation and we asked them, we gave them this initiative. They answered, are we where we need to be? And they said, Chase, we are still not where we need to be in terms of youth physical activity. Run it again. We said, absolutely. Anything to prevent cardiovascular decay. Our final story before getting to our headline, the 920 News Network has an extensive division looking at scientific discovery. With the COVID-19 pandemic, we have been able to secure a picture of the COVID-19 germ. A word of warning, the picture you're about to see is disgusting and disturbing, and viewer discretion is advised. We now come to you with the most up-to-date visual representation of this germ that is causing so much destruction throughout our world. This is a legitimate picture of the COVID-19 germ up close and personal. Look at that germ. Yuck. Mean germ. Our headlining story for the evening. This Friday, 920, we'll be doing something that's never been done before. We will be having our first online virtual youth service. Tune in on Friday at 7:30 p.m. on our Instagram channel to hear Jason Harloff, our youth pastor, address and give us updates on what's happening with the church, what's happening with youth, and share a bit of an encouraging message. This will be a time for us to come together as a community and fellowship with one another. Moving forward, we will be having weekly youth events held online. 920, that's all the time that we have for today. We hope that you have felt informed and uplifted through this episode of the 920 News Network, or the N20NN. We love you. We're here for you. Call us, text us, message us, Tag us anytime. Good night and good evening.